Hello everyone, so today I am going to be doing this look for you, and it's a Vamp inspired look. I was going to do the traditional Vampy look, but I didn't want to go for all of the traditions. So where you would normally have a black eyeliner, I have got like a gunmetal dark grey one. I've got a plum colour in the crease line of my eyes, and I've got the traditional, of course, the really dark red lip. So this has also got to be a really strong brow. So I have got a darker brow than usual, and I have cleaned it up with some concealer, but I will show you how to do that in the video. And yeah, so I think my voice still sounds a little bit funny because I'm still getting over a cold. So yeah, just persevere with the voice. I'm sure I'll be fine for the next video. And yeah, so once again, I hope you like this. All the elements of a Vamp look are in there, but maybe not just traditional. So really the only thing that's not traditional is the black eyeliner. So yeah, I really hope you like this, and if you want to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. And yeah, so I started the look by applying my eyebrows as per usual. Now I made them a little bit darker than usual this time because the look is very kind of strong brow orientated. So I usually use these two colours anyway, but I use a little bit more of the darker one. So I used this one here from MAC, which is called Mystery, and then this one as well, which is called Typographic. So I used a little bit more of the Typographic than the Mystery, and I usually kind of keep them even just to make sure it's a normal sort of colour for me. But to make sure you get a very strong brow, you're just going to take an angled brush, or whatever brush you're kind of happy to use, and a concealer. So I have got my Bourjois Healthy Mix Concealer, and this is in 51 Light. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I don't know if you can see, just going to squeeze a little bit out, and then I'm going to dab my brush into it. And what we want is a really nice strong clean line. So I'm just going to kind of draw this along the underside of my brow to make it nice and sharp. And then once you're happy with the placement of the line, you're just going to blend it downwards to make sure that it blends into your skin tone. And this is also going to add just a really nice highlight. But this is what you want to do to make sure you've got a nice, clean, sharp brow. And if you're worried about the blending, then just give it a pat with your finger, and that will make it much more blendable. So as you can see, we've kind of gone from a little bit patchy here to a nice straight clean line all the way along. So getting on with the actual eyes, first thing we're going to do, like usual, is apply a primer potion, and you can use whatever primer you want. You don't have to use a primer at all if you don't have lids that crease shadows really easily. So I'm going to start with my eyeliner. This is the MAC Technical eyeliner in Graft Black, and this is going to go along our upper waterline. So we're just going to place this all the way along. Okay, so for the eyeshadows, I'm going to take my Sleek Oh So Special palette, and I'm going to take this colour here. It's the lightest one in the palette. It's called Bow, and that's spelled B-O-W instead of B-E-A-U. And I'm just going to apply this to the eyelids, the entire eyelids. So we're just going to apply that with whatever brush you have. And I'm also just going to apply a tiny bit of that on top of the concealer that we placed earlier. And then the next colour I am going to take is this one here, and this one is called Wrapped Up. It's just kind of a very matte plum tone. You want really for this look to be matte because it's more appealing really. So this is just going to go in our crease. So we're just going to start it in the outer corner and work it across. You can take it as far in and as far up as you want, but remembering this is supposed to be more about the eyeliner than anything else, so just keep that in mind before you kind of overshadow it with eyeshadow. And we're just going to blend this in, and I'm just going to take a little bit of it and blend it towards my brow just to give it a different dimension. And then I'm going to pull it outwards here as well, just to give it kind of like a squared edge. So I'm just going to then create small circles and blend it upwards. And the next colour I am going to take to help blend that colour out is this one here, which is a kind of a light peach colour. This is called Pamper, and I'm just going to take a really tiny bit of that because it is very pigmented, and I'm just going to apply that just above where that colour finishes, just to kind of give us a nice gradient of colour from the plum to the kind of creamy colour. Okay, so next I want to line the waterline with a light colour pencil just to give the eye a bigger, rounder look. So I have got my Rimmel eyeliner in pure white, and this is just going to go on the lower waterline, as we've already placed the black on the upper waterline. So we're just going to be very gentle in doing this, nice and smooth motions. But we have a nice white deposit. And then for the eyeliner itself, I am going to be using my Gosh Long Lasting eyeliner pen in grey. So that is the colour I'm going to be using. Just going to shake it up, and you're going to just wipe off any excess that there is. Now this is going to be a very winged look, as you can see from this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place a basic line right along my lash line, and I'm just going to thicken this part here out. I'm just going to take the brush and I'm just going to create a wing. Do it in short sharp strokes, just so that you know you've got as much control over it as possible. So that is the base of the wing, and then I'm just going to come to about a third of the way in and just connect it up to the lash line, fill in that gap, and you just want to have a look and see where we stand with the other side. So I just want to create a little bit thicker up here, and then I just want to create a little bit more thickness out this way, and I think that's pretty even. So yeah, now obviously I did make a little bit of a boo-boo in there, but that can easily be removed with makeup remover. Okay, so that is the wing done. Now obviously, depending what kind of shape eye you have, as to how easy that's going to be for you. So if you've got quite exposed lids and you can see lots of shadow on the lid, you're going to get a lot more kind of payoff with the shape of the liner. For having hooded eyes like me, I've got to kind of go quite high up, and when you close your eyes down like into a relaxed state, kind of thins out the line at the outer edge. So I'm not sure if really any of that made sense. It might not make sense until you try it yourself. So yeah, just give it a go, play around with shapes, and yeah, so on to the next stages. So the next step is going to be to apply mascara, and I have got my Clinique High Impact Curling Mascara, and I've also got my Clinique Lower Lash Mascara. So I'm just going to apply these to the look. I'm also going to be applying some false lashes to the look, and I'm going to be using these ones here, and like I said in a previous video, I got these on eBay, so I can't really tell you brand or number or anything like that. They're in Chinese sort of writing packaging, so I have absolutely no idea. While I'm waiting for them to dry, I'm just going to say that I only put mascara on the outer half of the lower lash line, just purely because I wanted to make sure that the emphasis was just kind of in this area with the wing. So you don't want too much emphasis on the rest of the lower lash line, if that makes sense. So these should be dry enough to apply now. Okay, so I just applied some of the Healthy Mix concealer to my under eye, and now that the concealer's on, I can apply my highlight. So I have got my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle, which is my go-to highlighter. Now you don't want too much of this, you're just going to take a little bit on the brush, and we're just going to pat it onto the kind of outer cheekbone area, and then blend it into our temple. So we don't want too much, we just want to give an extra sort of enforcement to the natural light, if that makes sense. So that is all we're going to put on. We don't want too much, we just want a little bit to highlight. So that is the eyes done. So I'm going to move on to the lips, and I am going to do a deep red lip, and the lip liner I'm going to use is from BH Cosmetics, and it's called Retro, and it's just this really bright red. I don't have a darker red than this, otherwise I would have used it, but this will do just fine. So we're going to outline our lips and fill them in with this. Okay, so that is the lip liner done. As you can see, it is very bright and kind of on the orangey side of the red scale. So I'm going to counteract that with a deep red colour, and this is something that somebody got me for Christmas, and it is the Dior lipstick, and I think this is the Rouge Dior, because there's different, you know, little subcultures of lipstick in each brand. And this one is called Hypnotic Red, and it is just, it's gorgeous. It's this really plum toned red, and I really like it, but it's not too plum. I really wanted it to be more plummy, but I love this. So you're just going to apply this to the lips. Okay, and then the key to keeping dark lip colours on all day is to blot the lips. So I'm just going to take a little bit of tissue and blot them. Get it stuck to my mouth, like so. So now we've got kind of like a duller colour. I'm just going to clean up a little mistake here. And then I'm just going to do exactly the same thing again. And that is the look complete. So if you want to blot this again, you can. It will take just kind of a little bit more colour away, but at the moment this is exactly the colour that I want. So yeah, this is the final look. I hope you like it. It's very dramatic. I know it's a vampy look, but it's very dramatic. So yeah, I really hope you like this. If you give it a go, I would love to see it. I'd love to see what colour, what shade lipstick you choose to use. And yeah, I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope I didn't make too many mistakes, especially with the liner. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Please comment, rate and subscribe, and until my next video, I shall see you all soon. Bye!